Cochecito. Vamos a tener que hacer esto. Cochecito. Examinar. A ver, ¿puedo cortar el cable? Obviamente esto no... Esto es suicidio puro. No hagas esas cosas. Ya no. Debería haber un modo más seguro. La verdad que sí. Medidor. ¿Vamos a apagarlo? No creo. Pero igual. Tijeras, cortar.
These scissors seem sharp enough. Let's create some diversion. I hope this is what Mitzi had in mind.
Oh, not that again.
What happened to the lights? I'm terrified of the dark. I can't move. Oh God, can't breathe.
Calm down, it's alright. Probably just that stupid mirror. It must have run out of money again. It's not even that dark.
Please, you got to do something about it. I think I'm going to faint.
No sé si
Fine,
está
just stay in
fingiendo
my
que...
bedroom.
La
There'll still
verdad.
be plenty of sunlight there at this time of the day. I'll go outside and put some money on the meter. It'll only take a minute.
Ok. El tema de la laptop es usar.
Right. Let's do it.
Was that you, Mrs. Ashworth? What happened?
No idea. Maybe it's a blackout, like in the old days.
It's probably just the meter. Let me see.
So it's not her either.
Ok. Tampoco es ella.
Waste of time.
Nos quedan dos. El muchacho gamer y el calvillo. Y que estoy entre ellos dos, pero bueno. Abrir.
I don't get it. The cable's been cut. But why would anyone do that?
I think we're going to go now. This whole power cut gave me a terrible headache.
Is that you, Mitzi? But we haven't finished yet. Have you changed your mind about the job?
No, of course not. I'm just scared of darkness. And I still feel sick, you know. Perhaps we can continue some other time.
Justamente la de la empleo.
I've had it. I'm getting a new fuse box.
Was that you, Jesse?
Yeah. How are you doing, Pauline?
Well, we need the power back. Can you do something?
Yeah, I can easily fix that. There's an electrical store that's open till late. I'll get some stuff and I'll be back before you know it.
Bear in mind it's not just the fuse box, it's the cable this time.
I'll get a new cable too, don't worry. But in the meantime, go home, find some candles and chill, yeah?
Thanks, Jesse. That's awfully nice of you.
Well, it was great seeing you, but we're going to leave now.
Hello,
Who's that?
my name is Rita Tickle.
Rita who? What the hell is going on here? Do you know this woman, Mrs. Ashworth?
I've never seen her before in all my life.
Ok. Vaya liada.
Now she'll think we are absolutely crazy.
I wouldn't worry too much. You're not exactly the most popular neighbor in the house, anyway.
Thanks.
What? You don't actually care what those idiots think, do you?
No, of
La
course
verdad que
not.
no.
It's just that Pauline seems all right. I'm not too proud of causing her all this trouble.
It'll get fixed soon. Look, Jesse's gone out. We can now get inside flat 7 and see what he's been up to.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
We can also cross Pauline off the list. I've searched through her internet history, and needless to say, there's nothing exciting there.
Ok. Y se fue el muchacho gamer. Podemos aprovechar e ir al departamento 7. Vamos a ver qué tal. Parecía majo, muy... Pero bueno, a ver, no. Tenemos que usar la Mitzi para abrir la puerta, ¿no? Mitzi, forzar cerradura.
Now that he's gone, we can get inside?
Yes, let's do that.
I'll close my eyes and you pick that lock, Mitzi.
Okay, but no peeking.
I'd never. You've really hurt my feelings now.
Yeah. Now close them. There, job done.
Ok, perfecto, entramos.
Jesus.
Ya. Bueno,
Are
tenemos una
these-
máscara aquí.
Relax, Mrs. A. They're just Halloween masks.
Oh, good. That's good. Because I swear, if I see another bloody head...
Ok. Toda máscara de payaso, de diablo. De diablo. Duraría demasiado al usarla. Existe un límite para la cantidad de... Ok. La de payaso. Ok, la de hockey. La tercera la vencida. Plantas. Examinar. Ninguna parece ilegal. Supongo que simplemente le gustan las plantas. Más plantas. Es bastante grande. Parlantes. Examinar. Este parlante es inmenso. Y está conectado a la computadora de GC. Cuando pone música, las paredes deben temblar. PC. Encender. Claro, cortamos la electricidad. Ah, pero tenemos enchufe. Enchufe, examinar. A un toma corriente que funcione. Yo ya me imagino cuál. Perfecto. ¿Dónde está? El alargue. Usar.
So, who's got windows over this side of the building?
Well, Joe Davis lives right below. I guess we could also check one flat below Joe's. I just hope the cable's long enough.
Let's find out, shall we?
Perfecto. Ahora vamos al departamento abandonado que era... Me voy a fijar en el mapa. El 5 era el hombre. O sea, en el departamento... No, no puede ser en el 1. ¿En el 1? No creo que llegue el alargue. Pero vamos a fijarnos por si acaso. Era más que seguro. Porque acá había una... No, examinar no. Abrir. Había un enchufe. Pero no sé si llega. Y todavía me pregunto para qué es la mesa. Ah, sí, llega justo. Bingo. Cable, enchufar. Listo. Let's go, Mitzi. Vámonos. Vamos al departamento de Jessie, ¿no? Jessie. Al departamento 7. Ok, abrir. Y espero que no venga.
Right. I should be able to use that computer now. Could you give me 5 minutes, Mrs. A?
Sure. Why not? I'll keep an eye on the door.
Ok, vamos a la puerta. Y no va a ser él. Seguro. ¿Va a ser el calvo, en serio? Bueno, por algo nos mandó ese exterminador. Que terminó siendo un
It's
asesino.
not him either. God damn
¿Será
it.
o será el anciano? Hey, queda Brian. Vámonos de acá. Vamos a hacerlo del vestido ya. Planta baja. Entrar. Es que es muy curioso. ¿Y si no es Brian? Aunque tiene que serlo. Vamos a las tijeras.
We need to make some adjustments.
Eso, Susan.
Now this is a dress worthy of the cat widow.
Why don't you admit it was too small for you?
Ha ha, bloody ha. Why don't you just shut up? Whoever wore this dress probably hadn't eaten in years. You'd struggle to get a skeleton into it. This is it. We've got all we need.
Great! Are you going to tell me about the cat widow now?
Yes, it's story time, Mitzi. The legend says there was once a bad man who hated cats. He hated his neighbors too, and his job. And when it rained, he'd curse and smash things. He hated his bald head and his weak, ugly body. He probably hated himself the most, although he would never admit it.
I think I see where this is going.
One day, out of pure hatred for the whole world and everything that lives, he captured a family of cats and drowned them all in the river. That day, the sun turned black and all the birds went silent as the 6 kittens struggled for life. But trapped in a strong canvas bag, they never had a chance. They all died that day. All but one. The mother cat, in a desperate fight to set herself free, by pure luck clawed her way out of the bag and swam to the shore. She lost everything that day, her beautiful children and her proud husband. Her heart crashed into pieces as she watched their limp dead bodies stolen by the current. Running after them, she followed them for days, for as long as she could. Then, eventually, she lost sight of them. She stayed on the bank of the river for a while. The world stopped turning for her, her eyes empty and blind. And then, one day, she slowly slid down the bank and into the cold, dark water. She gave in to it. She let the river take her away too, cover her mouth, her ears, her eyes. But as the water filled her lungs, and she started slipping into darkness, there was another strange feeling that burst in her mind like a ball of flames. Anger, rage even. Her last craving, before she drowned, was for revenge, for blood. And so she returned, reborn and changed, a cat widow, veiled in black, mistress of the cats. Her body of a young woman, but her eyes of a cat, and her face, white, rotten, face of a corpse. Those who saw it rarely lived to tell the tale. She would get her revenge on all cat killers and cat torturers. But there was someone she had to see first, someone special, someone she really hated the most. As the evening came, it was strangely quiet in the man's flat. As he lived alone, he usually liked to fill the silence with the sound of radio or TV shows. But that night, he switched them all off, feeling anxious and tired after work. He tried to sleep, but couldn't. And for once, there wasn't anyone there he could blame for it. As he stared through the window, he kept thinking about how much he hated that view. He liked it once, a long time ago, when his wife was still there and they were happy together. Suddenly, he heard knocking on the door. Some part of him was glad, because that meant he could take it out on whoever decided to bother him. There was nobody there. He almost felt disappointed. But before he turned to walk away, he suddenly noticed something down the hall.
En una pared cercana había una sombra de un gato gigante. Vio la sombra de una figura encapuchada atrás de él. El cadáver de un gato destripado colgaba del radiador.
The dead body of a disemboweled cat hung on the radiator.
Por el gatito.
Are you kidding me? Where would we get a dead cat from? I think that would be taking it a step too far. I'm sure you'll agree.
Es verdad.
Okay, fair point.
Claro,
So,
esta historia es la que la tenemos que armar según con lo que
let's
tenemos.
try again.
Había una sombra de un gato gigante. Vio una sombra de una figura encapuchada
He
detrás de él.
noticed a shadow of a cloaked
Pero detrás
figure
de él-
standing ahead. He stopped again. He couldn't believe his eyes.
Alguien había escrito matagatos en su puerta. Había un cráneo de un gato. Asiento suizo y había escrito puto en su puerta. Matagatos.
Someone wrote cat killer on his door.
Eso es lo que vamos a tener que escribir en su puerta.
He had a passion for trains. Although he hated being a train driver, he had always enjoyed watching them move. But now, his train model was moving all on its own. He was absolutely certain he'd left it switched off. And yet, there it was, running at crazy speed. Remote control missing. Something was seriously wrong. And that something had entered his home now too. He hoped he was just imagining things, tired as he was. But there was another surprise waiting for him in his bedroom.
En su cama había un gato zombie gigante cubierto de sangre. La gata viuda está aquí. Estaba escrito por todas las
Cat
paredes.
widow is here, was written all over the wall.
Como en un sueño, fue a la cocina por algo de beber.
As in a dream, he went to the kitchen to get a drink. There was no water. He knew there were valves in the basement that turned it off, but no one's been down there for years.
Ahí está la tubería del agua.
He
Okay.
felt sick. None of this made any sense. And yet, deep down, he knew what he did to the cats was wrong. There was a part of him that almost wanted to be punished. The part he tried so hard to hide. He thought he'd heard something in the corridor. Was there someone there with him? His head was spinning. He felt ambushed, trapped, like an animal. He had to get out of there.
Ya bastante asustado, decidió llamar a la
Getting really
policía.
scared now, he decided to call the police. His phone was of no use. The SIM card had been removed, and that wasn't even the worst part. There was a photo of a black cat set as screensaver. He remembered this cat. He'd watched that strange pest control man put it in a cage and into his van. He'd looked at it through the window for a while, then pulled the curtains and went to bed. He stopped, paralyzed. He'd heard something right in front of him. A whisper. More like a purr. She was there, in the dark corner of his living room, waiting. Black veil covering that pale, dead face, and yet he could almost feel Cat Widow's eyes piercing through him.
La gata viuda le apunta con una escopeta al pecho y disparó.
Cat Widow aimed a shotgun at his chest and fired.
Really?
¿En serio?
Your sick imagination is running wild again, Mrs. A.
Right, so that never really happened either.
Ok,
She
la otra
came
opción.
closer, like a
Se quitó el
ghost,
velo.
and swiftly removed the veil. She came back for him, to take him to the river, to make him pay for what he'd done. As he looked into her eyes, he could feel the world spinning around him, his knees go weak, his pants suddenly wet around his crotch. As much as he hated life, he didn't want to die either. Inside, he was just a big, stinking coward. And then he fainted. Did you see his face? I knew he'd fall for this.
Yeah, we scared the living shit out of him. Now that's teamwork. Are you sure he won't know it was you, though?
Oh, he probably will, once he's had time to think about what happened. But he's too proud to ever admit he's been beaten by a woman. I know him just about enough to know that.
Let's hope so. I don't want you to get in trouble because of me.
No. That was something I had to do for myself. And I feel much better for it.
The only problem now is that we still haven't found Eye of Adam. Because it definitely isn't Brian. I've searched through his laptop and all I found was a load of porn.
Let's cross him off the list.
Queda el piso de Susan nomás, irónicamente.
Well, that means we've checked everyone. We've hit a brick wall. Perhaps I was wrong. Maybe he doesn't live here at all.
I think we need to sleep on it, and we might get some more ideas in the morning. Shall we head back home?
Yeah, I do feel tired. You're right, we need some sleep. Really wish there was an elevator in this building. What's that? A note?
¿Una nota?
What does it say, Mrs. A?
You will not believe it. Meet me at midnight, both of you. I will wait. Flat 5. Door will be open. Do not fear. Eye of Adam.
El ojo de Adam. Departamento 5.
Five. That's the
Es
old
la del
guy.
anciano, lo que dije
Can't
yo.
be. It can't be him.
I guess we'll find out. At midnight. We've got a few hours until then. Let's get some coffee.
Ok, sabe que somos nosotros, que lo estamos buscando. Eso es lo más curioso. Lo que sí fue raro el tema ese pensé que estaba contándole la historia y le íbamos a armar cómo lo íbamos a hacer, pero al final no es así. Lo que contamos fue lo que hicimos, pero no estuvimos interactuando nosotros. Pero bueno, igual se llevó un lindo susto el calvillo pelón molesto. Y aquí está el muro falso con un cuerpo del otro lado. Y está Joe.
It's just you and me, my love. No one will find us here.
Está encerrado Joe en este muro.
Stop worrying, Ivy. It will be all
¿Es
right.
Ivy?
I will always love you. You know that. I'm gonna make you all better.
What the fuck? Capítulo 7. No alimentes al troll. Ok. Claro, y el anciano no estaba troleando. Iba y venía con lo de la pila y eso. No estaba troleando. Medianoche. Ok, a ver. Apartamento 5, la puerta está abierta, ¿eh? ¿Y ahora? Pecera, examinar. No me gusta cómo se ve esa agua. No hay ni un pez en la pecera.
Just look at this door. Crazy son of a bitch. That's not gonna stop us. I think there's someone in the kitchen.
Debe ser el último parásito, el viejo este.
Are you Adam?
Me? No, of course not.
Ah, no es.
I don't have anything to do with all this foolishness. Never have. It's my son. I've told him time and time again, but he never listens.
Ok. Pensé que
I've done my
el
best to
anciano no había
protect
troleado,
that
pero
boy,
no.
you know. I'm all he's got left in the world since his mama died, but it just wasn't enough.
Where is he then? Where's Eye of Adam?
He's in his room. Where else would he be? He's always in his room, staring at that screen for as long as he can. Look, I've made up my mind about this. I want to help you. This mess he's in, it's gone too far. I can't be part of this.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't understand. He's watching us. Right now, he can see us on his camera. He's very clever with this stuff. I never got my head around it. Just as much as I needed to, I guess. But not a lot.
Give us the key to his room. I want to talk to him.
Look, it's a trap. He knows why you're here, and he will kill you. Both of you. But he will not kill me. He won't dare. All these years, I've looked after him well. He owes me everything. It breaks my heart to do this now. What choice do I have? He left me this. I was supposed to keep it for myself, but I want you to take it. He won't dare to kill his own father. I won't let two innocent lives be lost because of him.
What is it?
Just take the damn thing. There's not much time. Didn't you hear me? He's watching.
¿Qué es lo que es? Tomar caja.
What is it, Mrs. A?
It's a shoebox.
Take it away. Get rid of it. He must see that I don't have it anymore.
Shall we open it?
Examinar. Una caja de zapatos. Abrir. Una máscara de gas.
Oh God. Mitzi, we have to get out of here. Quickly. It's a gas mask. He's going to poison us.
Va a envenenar todo el lugar. Y le dio la máscara de gas a él. Le vamos a tener que dar la máscara a Mitzi. Total, si muere Susan, puede resucitar. El tema es Mitzi. Podríamos dársela al señor, pero él está completamente decidido a ayudarnos.
It's too late.
Shit. Oh, shit. Shit. Shit.
No! Stop that, Adam! You're going to kill your father!
We'll never make it to the door. That room is filling up with gas too quickly. Put the mask on, Mrs. A.
What
Claro que
about
no.
you? No, no, I can't.
You've got to. This is your only chance.
No, I can't let you die. Not like this.
It's my fault that you're here. I'm dying anyway. And you've got to live, Mrs. A. You'll live and you'll be happy again. You've been a great friend, Mrs. A.
Da la máscara a Mitzi.
No. You've got a date, and I'll make sure you turn up for it.
I can't.
There is no time to argue. I'll be fine. Now. Do it!
Logro desbloqueado. Sacrificio. Sacrificio. El hombre empieza a morirse.
Mitzi,
Mitzi nos abraza.
think of a vegetable while I'm gone.
Igual vamos a volver, Tenemos que volver. Tenemos que matar al último parásito inmundo que le arruinó la vida a Mitzi. Y ahora nos mató a nosotros y terminó matando a su padre gracias a él que los ayudó. Me pregunto si yo hubiera decidido ponerme yo la máscara. Pero creo que todavía tenemos una vela en la cabaña para poder volver, creo, no lo sé.
Welcome home, darling.
Señora de las larvas, la reina de las larvas de los
I've been waiting
gusanos.
for you. What took you so long?
Say what you've got to say and let's finish this. I'm tired of you. Tired of all this madness. I just need to get back.
Very well. I'm not planning to keep you long. Let's go inside. I have one last job for you.
Una última tarea.
There are still 2
Dos
candles
velas.
left, Susan. You know how this works. A soul for a soul.
And that's it. I blow out the last candle and I'll never have to see you again.
Only if you blow out the right one. I'll never bother you again.
Si
Isn't
soplas la
that what you
correcta.
want? But if you choose wrong, it will be your life extinguished forever. Just take a deep breath and do it.
But how should I know which one's right?
That's the thing, Susan. You can't know that. In life, you can't always know the consequences before you make a decision. Haven't you learned that yet?
That's not fair.
Nothing is
Maldita
fair.
tramposa.
You opened your heart talking to that doctor, and he butchered you like an animal. Then those disgusting cannibals, they chop you up and cook you for dinner if you'd let them. And what about the man with the flowers? All that he wanted was to hear you play before he split your skull open. The way your husband treated you, the way your neighbors laughed at you for years, just for being different. You did not deserve all that, and yet it happened. Am I forgetting something? Oh, yes. Of course. Most of all, was it fair that...
Shut up! Just shut up, you ugly bitch! Now I know who you really are. All those feelings that I had in me for years. That bitter guilt and self-pity. That hatred for myself and everyone else. You are that miserable illness that's consumed my heart all these years. You, always there, always. Every day I looked at you in the mirror, like a dark cloud I couldn't see through. I let you take control of my life. I believed it was right to feel like this. But not any longer. This ends here.
Then blow out the candle.
¿Y si me rehuso?
No, I won't. I'm done playing your stupid little games. You won't tell me what to do anymore. I am stronger than you. I can close my eyes and you'll be gone.
Blow out the candle.
No.
It's time to say goodbye, sister. I'm not gonna miss you.
You will never leave this place without me. You need me. We are one.
No. Tomato. You were thinking about a tomato, right?
Mitzi se habrá meado encima. El abrazo fue confortante, ¿no?
Tomato is a fruit, silly.
Who cares? I like tomatoes.
So do I. But I hate to disappoint you, but I was really thinking of onions.
Why onions?
They're the saddest of the vegetables, of course. They make people cry. What happened, Mrs. A? I saw you die. And yet, you're here. Alive, like
Un pequeño secreto,
nothing's ever
Mitzi.
happened.
Soy Highlander el inmortal.
Well, let's put it this way. Everyone knows cats have 9 lives.
Eso es verdad, ¿no?
So do cat ladies, apparently. But this time, I feel there won't be second chances. I'm down to one last life now. I can't afford to waste it.
You are such a nutter, Mrs. A. You are absolutely fucking bonkers. But I'm so happy to see you. Never, ever do that to me again, alright?
I can happily promise you that, Mitzi.
This is it. His room is through that door. It's time to face the eye of Adam.
What are we waiting for? Let's do it.
¿Este? ¿Este cuarto? No. ¿Y esto? ¿En serio?
You're the eye of Adam? A pathetic, wheelchair-bound invalid? Is this a joke? Do you know who I am? Do you know what you've done to me?
Pero es un retorcido enfermo.
You fucking murderer! Tonight it's your turn to die. I'm gonna paint this room with your brains and I'm gonna watch and smile. I swear to God I'll do it. Well? Nothing to say? Nothing at all? Aren't you going to beg for your sad little life? Say something! Anything!
Mitzi, where did you get that gun from?
It doesn't matter. Please, Mrs. A. This is something I have to do. You are free to leave if you want. You don't have to be a part of it. Just try to understand. Beg for forgiveness, you scum. What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't believe I'm gonna shoot you, do you? Oh, I've dreamt of this moment for so long.
Look at this man, Mitzi. He hasn't twitched a muscle since we entered the room. I think he's paralyzed.
That's impossible. He's lying to us. He's faking it. Do something. Talk for God's sake. I need you to answer me. I need to know.
He won't answer you. He can't talk.
Then, how did he post all that stuff online?
¿O la computadora? ¿Está conectado a través de la computadora? ¿O algo así? Sí. Escribe con la mirada, digamos, ¿no? Está conectado.
How did he do it?
I think I know how. See that little device on his left eye?
El ojo de
I've heard about these. It's a controller. It seems the only part of his body he can move is his eyeball. Controller connected to the computer tracks its movement, allowing him to...
What? That's ridiculous. How do you even know such things?
I'm a nurse? I've seen these before. Well, I've seen eye-controlled wheelchairs, but there's no reason why it wouldn't work with a computer.
Jesus. That would explain the whole Eye of Adam thing. He really is just the eye. But no, that doesn't change
La verdad
anything.
que no.
He must die. He deserves nothing more. What? You arrogant shit! I will fucking do it! Just tell me one thing. One thing. Why?
El tema es quién preparó el tema del gas
Why did you make Jack
en la
kill himself?
casa y todo lo demás. ¿Quién dejó la nota en la puerta?
Fine. It'll be a pleasure. Ready to die, scumbag?
Mira estos tanques de oxígeno, no creo que sea buena idea. Me mentiste, nunca dijiste que querías matarlo, lo de los tanques. por
Look at
decirlo.
these oxygen tanks. I don't think it's a good idea.
What? Why not? I'm the one holding a gun here. And I will blow this bastard's brain out as soon as he looks at me. You hear me? Look at me. I want you to see what you've done. The pain you've caused me.
Mitzi, that's not what I meant. Just put the gun down for a second.
No! No. I can't do that, Mrs. A. I'm sorry. This is something I have to do. I have to.
Can't you hear that hissing sound? These cylinders are clearly leaking gas.
Please stay out of it.
You'll make a whole room blow up.
I don't care. Just leave me alone.
Mátalo.
Fine. Kill him.
This is from Jack.
Hostia. ¿Sabes cómo quedamos nosotros, no?
It's me, again, talking about my ordinary little life, as usual. I'm still surprised anyone would want to read this at all. The ramblings of a cat lady. Maybe I'm not a cat lady anymore. Things have changed here since Mitzi's death. She made a terrible mistake by letting her hatred take over. Whatever time she had left, she lost it right there when she pulled the trigger. It was Adam's final victory. He wanted to die, after all, but he also managed to take one more soul with him.
La verdad.
I was lucky, for once. Hardly even got injured. The explosion just swept me out of that room, and I stayed alive. I wish I was able to stop Mitzi, to talk her out of it, but I didn't. I'm not sure if I'm more angry with her for firing that gun, or with myself for failing to save her. I still miss her, though. Every day. Did I ever mention I got into all this because of her? I opened her laptop 6 months later, and there it was, a friend request. Something I forgot about a long time ago, a little gift from behind the grave. I met some people. We go out sometimes, and I'm not alone anymore. It turned out there were others who felt like I did. I talked to them, tried to help.
Ok. Me he quedado helado con este final. ¿Podríamos haber salvado a Mitzi? Esa es la pregunta. Uf. Tiene que rejugar sí o sí. Lo bueno de Susan, que empezó a tener una vida. Ya no estaba la reina de las larvas de los gusanos ahí carcomiéndola por dentro.
And now I'm writing this blog. I must confess, yesterday was bad. It was one of those days when you feel like you're back in the past, and all the good stuff that happened was just a dream. But I woke up today, feeling better. Maybe I can never get rid of it. This invisible illness. Maybe it will always be living somewhere deep inside me. Asleep. Waiting. And when it'll hit me hard. But if there's one thing Mitzi taught me, it's that you have to pick yourself up and carry on. It doesn't matter that life isn't fair. It doesn't matter that you make mistakes. You fall and rise again. Worlds full of liars, traitors, cowards. But every now and then, you meet someone like Mitzi, who will just smile at it all. Now, I've forgiven the world and myself too. I teach myself to smile again. One day I'll get there. I know I will. Even if it takes me not 9, but 900 lives.
Wow. MUCHAS. Ha estado brutal. Aunque me quedé de piedra con el final ese que tuvo Mitzi. ¿Podríamos haberla salvado? Esa es la pregunta. me quedó demasiadas intrigas también. Me quedó la intriga de nuestro vecino del frente, de Joe y Ivy, creo que era. Me quedó demasiado intrigado eso, porque lo mostraron en una parte como que estaba encerrado del otro parte del sótano donde estaba ese muro. Y lo muestran a él con una especie de cuerpo enorme, llamándolo Ivy y dándole como una especie de descarga o algo así, con unos gritos, una cosa muy extraña. Espero que me quiten dudas en Don't Fall, en el siguiente juego que vamos a hacer. A ver si ahí podemos quitarnos esa espinilla, porque no... Por lo menos esa parte. Y después, bueno, obviamente voy a hacer el extra como en Lorelai, para ver si podemos cambiar lo que es el final. Chicos, muchísimas gracias a todos por haber llegado hasta aquí conmigo. Un juego, un señor juego, la verdad. La historia es extraordinaria. Me encantó la evolución de Susan, cómo fue creciendo por dentro. Fue liberándose de esas cadenas, ¿no?, que tenía. Así que nada, no tengo más palabras. Tengo sensaciones más que todo. Muy bueno. Excelente. No tengo otra palabra para describirlo. Excelente. Señor juego. Chicos, sin más, me despido. Espero que les haya gustado tanto como a mí. Déjenle un buen like si fue así, un dislike si no, en la parte de comentario lo que quieran, y nos estamos viendo en un siguiente video. Saludos.